Welcome to another Tough Love Thursday here in our group, here on the podcast. I'm your host, Danielle Dame, sugar freedom coach and expert. And I'm so excited to be jumping in again every week. Love doing these quick, short, dirty episodes where I share really powerful truth bombs, tough love truths that are necessary to help you break out of old patterning, old ways of thinking, old ways of being, all the things that have not worked, right? You're here for a reason. You're following me for a reason. You're still struggling with sugar. You're still struggling with creating a healthy and peaceful relationship with food. And there's a reason. It's these inner world pieces, our root causes, our mindset blocks that I'm here to support you with in these Tough Love Thursday episodes. So today we have another one for you. I hope that you've been loving these. Of course, you can go back. It's been a few months that we've been doing these episodes now, and I've already dropped a lot of amazing wisdom and tidbits for you. And again, a reminder here to keep the conversation going. If you are here in my free private Facebook group watching these every week, following along live, please jump in and join in the conversation in the comments below, because ultimately what I'm sharing here is just a piece of the puzzle. And we can have so much more of a conversation beyond 10 minutes in understanding the depths to each of these topics that I'm bringing forward, each of these truths that I'm bringing forward, and really helping you reflect and begin taking action to hopefully shift out of some of these old patterns and shift out of some of these places that I'm highlighting for you in these quick little videos. So as you can see today, it's fall here. I'm outside on the deck, actually at my mom's house where I'm taking care of her this week, and just loving being outside as much as I can while the weather is still not too miserable. So this is wonderful. All right, let's dive into today's topic. Today's tough love truth is, as you may have guessed from the title of this video, that you are probably still living in victim mentality. Now, what I mean by this is that you're blaming. You are blaming other people, other situations, the government, the world around you, your upbringing. There are so many places in our life that we blame. We even blame sugar for all of our problems, for our challenges. And first of all, this is not your fault. We live in a society that has taught us, again, to be outside of ourselves, right? So if we're not personally responsible for our experience as human beings, of our results, whether they're great or not great, if we aren't fully in our power and in our experience, understanding that we create our reality, then we can very clearly see the world around us encourages us to be outside of ourselves, right? So if something else is at fault for your experience, whether that's your emotions, or I lost that job because of that thing or that person, or they didn't understand me, it was their problem. A lot of this blaming is what we are encouraged to do. This is literally how we have been taught to think and operate, right? Because heaven forbid we take personal responsibility for creating our own reality. That means we have to face the times where we are letting ourselves down, or the times when we have created unfortunate or uncomfortable or harmful situations in our own life and in others' lives. Taking personal responsibility also means taking responsibility when you have caused hurt, right? When you have caused struggling or said the wrong thing, or hurt somebody's feelings, right? Or showed up in a way that wasn't true to how you wanted to show up. So we have to face a lot of crap, a lot of our shit when we take personal responsibility. But the bottom line is living life asleep and in victim mentality mode constantly and will forever dissolve you of your power. You will never be fully able to make changes in your life, to attract healthy relationships in your life, including your relationship with yourself and your relationship with sugar. When we are constantly blaming everyone around us, right? It is so disempowering and, to be honest, so exhausting to live life that way, to think that everything outside of yourself has that much power over you. And a really wonderful example of this is emotions, right? How often do we use languaging like so and so made me feel a certain way, right? Or it's their fault that I feel this. They did this thing, therefore now I feel angry, right? We're constantly letting other people dictate our inner experience and what we are capable of, right? Other people have full power over us, or situations have power over us in these situations. And we then become just absolute drones in society, right? We don't know how to think for ourselves. We don't know how to tune into our body. We don't know how to take ownership for creating the reality that we want to create. And this is the work that I do so deeply in my programs and with my clients, is stepping back into the source of power, understanding you can create any reality in your life that you want. And that includes a reality where sugar no longer controls you, and where you no longer need to escape and numb out when difficult emotions show up. This is a reality that is more than possible. All you need is one example. You can use me as an example in the relationship that I've created with food. You can use anyone as an example to see the human potentiality is limitless. And that also includes you, and what your potential is absolutely limitless. But we must first step out of playing the blame game, blaming the government, blaming our spouse, blaming our children, blaming our boss, blaming sugar for ruining our life, blaming the food industry for ruining our health, and the pharmaceutical industry. I've caught myself in that a lot of times. Well, it's their fault that we're all so sick. And yes, they play a part in it. But is it not also our role to research what we're putting in our body instead of blindly following what we're taught or what's available in the grocery store? Right. So you have so much power that you have forgotten. And now is your opportunity, and let this video, this today, be that reminder for you that you can change out of that. And it starts by observing when you are complaining. Number one, this is a great place to start, is starting a complaint journal, just noticing and maybe asking those loved ones around you to point out to you where you're complaining. This is a really great place to point you very directly to the areas of your life that you're not taking full responsibility for, your role in creating them, right? You're playing victim. Complaining when you're blaming, noticing when you are just in general pointing the finger or disempowering yourself about what you're possible of and capable of, right? So things like, well, I'll never create a healthy relationship with sugar. It's just not possible for me. I'm just one of those people that is always going to be addicted to sugar, and there's just there's no way out for me. Right? Like that sort of disempowered language. Pay really close attention to that, because that is you playing victim mode. And especially, right, in relationship with other people, maybe when feelings show up for you or when challenges show up for you, right? How quick are we to put that on other people or other situations instead of taking ownership for our part in it and our choice to show up in that friendship or take that job or work with that person, right? Like we chose to be there. And I know sometimes it doesn't feel like it. It feels like we had to be there, but really you chose to be there. And there are other options. So this is your reminder today. And really quick, short little snippet here. There's so much more I could say about this. And I dive deep into really navigating the journey out of blaming and victim mentality, this toxic mindset that completely keeps us disempowered, will completely keep us stuck on sugar, and stepping fully into owning your power and taking personal responsibility. I do this so deeply in the Break Free from Sugar program that I love hosting. And this is a journey. It is such a it's big work, mental work, to actually shift out of these old pathways because they've been there so long. But you're going to get started now. You're going to start with your complaint journal. You're going to start with just bringing some awareness to this. And most importantly, you're going to start by engaging in the conversation below this video. Let me know, is this something that really hit for you today? Is this something that really resonated with you? Are you in victim mentality right now? And actually, more specifically, where in your life? It might not show up in all areas of your life. It might just be certain areas, like in one certain relationship or at work. So just starting to get clear on where is that showing up and what language are you starting to use there? And then you can start choosing different. And I hope that you do. because I stand here for all women who do not believe in their own power, reminding you that you are beyond capable and powerful of creating any life that you want, any type of relationship, any type of health, any type of body, anything. You are so capable. And I'm here cheering you on every week, right here in these videos. And of course, over on the podcast with longer deep dive episodes every week that I hope you are diving into and loving. So there you have it. That's another Tough Love Thursday for you here to kick you off into the weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in to another one. And we will see you same time, same place next week. Bye, everyone.